All right, we're going to try the chain stitch, and this is a stitch that actually looks something similar to something you do in crocheting a little bit. So you may see something that's familiar to you if you've ever crocheted before. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up on the first stitch. I secured mine with tape. With fabric you would tie a knot usually. And I'm going to go back down the exact same hole, okay? But I'm going to leave a loop up top. And if you want to, I mean, obviously use your other hand to help you out here. And I'm going to kind of hold this loop in place. Something like this, okay? And I'm going to come back up my spot 3, but I want to come up in the middle of that circle there. And then you can kind of pull it tighter, okay? And I'm going to go right back down that same spot where it says 4, but just like you did before, I'm not going to pull it tight. I want to keep that loop. Each time I'm going to have a loop that I'm going to kind of lay over the next spot that I want to sew up through. And you're going to take your thread and come back up the center part of the next spot. So each time you come up, you should be going through the loop of the previous stitch there. So you can see that here. Okay, so I'm going to go back down through my, like the back outside loop. Don't tighten it up quite yet. If it helps you out, you can lay it down over your next spot so you can see kind of where you need to go. Okay, we're going to come up through the 7. Just like that, and I can tighten it now. I'm making mine a little loose so you can kind of see how we're kind of catching them, making those loops each time. Go right back down on the outside of that loop through your card, leaving that loop. Don't tighten it up. I'm going to use my fingers to kind of hold it in place. We're going to go up through the 9. And you're going to repeat this process as you go across. It is not kind of tightening it up until you have to here. And we're going to go back down on 10. Don't tighten it. Kind of lay your loop over the next spot you're going to come through. Go through the center circle. Then you can tighten it up a little bit as you go across. See that? And we're going to keep doing that all the way across. I think my first stitch which got a little tight over here. All right, we're going to go back down. This is my last loop I'm making. I'm going to lay it over here. Come up to the center of the loop. And when I'm done, I'm going to go back down through 14 to secure that loop in place. Okay. I had a spot, this one's a little loose here, but you should have something that looks something like this when you're done for your chain stitch.